Hi everyone, this is Marie Blue Angel, and I am back with a demo for the Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities. We are here on a Sunday, day 7, and as you can hear, it is raining. I'm not really sure if this is the last day as part of the demo, because this would have been, 7 days in total. But I'm going to treat it as it is and be pleasantly surprised if come Monday we still get to play a little bit more. But without further ado, let's just get into it and see what's going to happen on this Sunday. I know that we have been invited to go get dinner with Eden, and now it's a group thing, and hopefully everyone's able to make it. And I believe we've met everyone so far that we're allowed to see in the demo, so we'll see. I'm actually going to check the the notebook that we have in just a second here. Let's just turn this down a little bit because I feel it might be a little too loud. But hopefully you can still hear me quite alright. I love the sound of rain, so honestly this is not bothersome at all to me. But anyways, without further ado, let me check this little inventory slash stats section. Here's us. Here's Blue. Oh, okay. Wait, okay. I was gonna say. So I think we can romance everyone except for Vivi and Quinn, which makes sense, because Vivi, one, is a high schooler, so obviously that's a no-go. AKA, she's just cute. Like, I just love seeing Vivi at the store. And then Quinn is, maybe our, not grandmother, our aunt's sort of something. Who knows? And so everyone else, Florian, Emmett, Lucille, Winnie, and Eden all have a little single status, rather. Okay, you have a resume. Okay, anyways, we're not going to spend too much time with this. I'm going to get going. You woke to the soft patter of rain against the window pane, gentle as a lullaby still echoing in the quiet hush of morning. With bleary eyes, you saw the world outside of your window was tinged in gray, the colors muted. The rain fell in steady sheets, and the air in your room felt cooler, calmer, like the storm had swept away yesterday. Warmed in the warmth of your blankets, you let yourself sink a little deeper into the mattress, lulled by the rhythm of the rain and the soft creak of the old building. Barnabas, okay.
You would not believe this, master. It's just preposterous. Lady Seraphina has betrayed Countess Belladonna for a third time. And this time, there were public hexes, thrown about as if they were common insults.
Barnabas stayed up to watch the real witch. What is it called? It's like the Real Housewives of something something, but I can't remember. Anyways, Barnabas has had a good time, I think. You peeked out of the covers towards the TV and found Barnabas still on the couch where you left him last night. Light filtered through the rain-speckled window, and the room still held that quiet of early morning. But of course, peace could not survive Barnabas. Okay, I turned down the rain a little bit, or, the volume that I'm capturing from the game, and hopefully this is not as loud as it is for you as it is for me. Because I do think it might be a problem in the recording. Anyways.
And don't even get me started on Lord Thistlewick. He's faked his own banishment, master. Banishment? Who does that? Barney, did you even sleep? I am a sentient grimoire. The fact I must explain this to you so often, however, does not surprise me, as I believe your brain never fully developed. I transcend such trivial mortal needs, like sleep or hunger. But if I were capable of exhaustion, I would say I am running solely on indignation and disbelief.
You watched that show all night.
Naturally. I could not possibly pause while Countess Belladonna was teetering on the brink of scandal-fueled exile.
I love Barnabas. I have two options. Lay in bed and listen to my book talk about an unpopular TV show, or get up and get to work. Not really a choice, is it? You rose from bed, stretching a little as you did. A glance at your phone told you it was nearly 8 a.m. The sun had risen, even if the sky remained cloudy and gray. You dressed, then got together a simple breakfast before heading downstairs, because we got groceries last night, which is really good for us. You came down the staircase expecting to see Lucille, the same as every morning, standing guard near the door, but she was nowhere in sight. Instead, you noticed Winnie, sitting at the front desk.
Blue, finally!
Were you waiting for me?
Not really waiting exactly. I was just getting lonely. Lauren is usually here overnight, but after he ran off yesterday, he hasn't come back.
I'm sorry, Winnie. You know I'm just upstairs, right? You can always come hang out if you're feeling lonely.
I guess I just didn't want to make you get hurt again.
What? Are you still thinking about that glass thing? Don't worry about it. It was a silly accident.
Then maybe we could have a sleepover sometime.
I'm sure Barney would love that.
Who? Oh, Blue. Do you have a secret boyfriend hidden upstairs?
Wouldn't that be exciting? Alas, no. He's a stray I picked up.
A cat! That's even better than a boyfriend.
No. What the hell? We're friends, right?
Yeah, of course. The bestest friends ever.
He's a book.
A book?
He's called Barnabas. He talks and everything. Got a bit of an attitude problem, though. Winnie stared at you blankly.
Like a diary?
A spell book.
Whoa, like magic and stuff?
Apparently there's some things my aunt didn't tell me about her and myself. Typical, huh?
You're a witch!
Something like that. Only you and Florian know, though, so don't go telling people.
My lips are sealed. This is so exciting. Can you turn me into a frog? Oh, actually, when Florian comes back, turn him into a frog.
I don't think he'd appreciate that.
As long as we turn him back after, he can't complain, right? Come on, it's just a little prank.
Unfortunately, I've only learned the spell for turning someone into a frog, not the one that turns them back.
Oh, well, maybe it's a good thing you don't have the other one. We could get into way too much trouble.
We could get into way too much trouble. Can't say that. Anyways, Winnie giggled.
We? Well, of course. You and I can be partners in crime. Just like on those detective shows. The police would never find out.
I don't know. A string of frog transformations just after I moved to town sounds awfully suspicious.
Only to cover, obviously. Maybe we could pin it on someone else.
I can't really turn anyone into a frog, you know. Not yet, at least.
Oh, my plans.
Well, you know, Barney is a tough teacher. So far, all I can do is be slightly better at looking for things. That doesn't sound like a superpower. It's not, but if there's a pen under the couch, I'll be able to find it.
Okay, that's pretty cool, I'll admit it.
With a grin, you walked over towards the counter and leaned on it, then looked up towards Winnie. So, it's your big day. Are you excited?
What? What do you mean? Don't tell me I've forgotten something important.
Don't you remember? It's our wedding day. We're going out for dinner. You forgot. You're the guest of honor tonight. I'm a little hurt you'd forget so easily. Blush, blush.
Oh, what do you mean?
You and me. We'll head down to the church and get hitched. Florian will be our flower girl, of course, and Lucille will give us away. Eden's making us some wooden rings, and Emmett's going to handle our joint finances. Winnie flushed red, and she fidgeted, tugging at the cuffs of her sleeves.
I don't... Oh, we can't just...
Sure we can. What? Have you got other plans today? Come on, Winnie. This is the moment we've been waiting for. She continued stammering, clearly flustered. Her blush grew deeper, and she tugged harder on her sleeve. You couldn't help but laugh. I'm just kidding, Winnie. We're going out to dinner, remember?
Dinner! Oh, yes, yes, of course.
Winnie let out a long breath.
I almost forgot. And you went and made a joke like that, too. I really thought you were serious.
Why? Did you actually want to marry me?
The scandal would be terrible. You know, an idol and her manager.
So that's the only problem, then. What if I resign? Winnie's eyes grew wide, and she shook her head rapidly.
No, don't do that. I need you.
Fine, we'll have to save our scandalous relationship for another time. The sound of thunder in the distance roused you from your conversation, and as the clock struck 9, the rain grew heavier. I wonder where Lucille is.
What do you mean? It's Sunday. The store's closed today.
Oh. It is, isn't it? I'm such an idiot. With a sheepish laugh, you rubbed the back of your neck, a little embarrassed. I could have slept in some more, then. Oh well, it's probably good not to spend all day lazing around in bed.
That does sound pretty great, though. You know, I can't remember what it was like to sleep.
Winnie leaned forward on the counter, resting her chin in her hand.
To be honest, I can't remember most things. What the world looks like or what food tastes like. It's so weird, but also normal. I don't know.
What kind of stuff do you remember?
The sound of floorboards creaking, a sunset, and that song. But there are a lot of things I can't remember. My birthday, for one. Isn't that lame? I can't even celebrate.
Well, why not today?
Huh?
It's the 7th of November today. If you don't know when your birthday is, why not choose one for yourself?
But isn't a birthday special?
Any day can be special, even a random day in November. We're already going out for dinner tonight. Why not make it a party? Winnie blinked, then gave a big, beaming smile.
You do that for me?
You're acting like it's some huge inconvenience. But yeah, of course I would.
Thank you. Really. Thank you.
Hopefully the rain clears up, though, or we'll be having it here instead. And I need to find some way to contact Florian. He left yesterday before I could ask him to come. It wouldn't be a proper birthday party without our resident grump, would it?
No, it wouldn't. We gotta invite him.
We do gotta invite Florian. Except I don't have his number or know where he lives. Do you know if he has any friends around town we could ask?
I don't think Florian has many friends. At least none I've ever heard him talk about. He likes to keep his private life pretty private.
Well, I have a few errands to run today, so maybe I'll have some luck finding, I don't know, his address or number somewhere. You'd think my aunt would have those. The rain outside pounded the roof in a constant, steady rhythm. It was a calming sound, even if it was making leaving the house a little less than ideal. Since it's your birthday today and everything, how about we keep how about I can't read. Since it's your birthday and everything, how about we keep each other company too?
I'd love to.
Let's get to it then. Oh, sort through storage and then clean the store. Enjoy the day off. Okay. All right, I am looking at my aunt's collection. We found, an articulated fish pendant. Cute. Okay. We found the fish pendant. I love that for us.
You're sweeping the floors at the store when you notice something strange out of the corner of your eye. What looks like a shadow moving across the floor. At first you ignored it and continued sweeping, until the shadow moved again, closer this time, and your head snapped to the side, searching for the source. Nothing. Weird. You continued as you were, careful not to knock any of your aunt's countless antiques and knickknacks out of place.
Keep cleaning. Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, we did it.
You finished sweeping and moved on to organizing the tables. Dusting so many antiques was, quite honestly, a hellish task, but at least it gave you something to do. As you finished, you noticed something. Your pink milk jug. Was it always this shiny and new looking?
You swear it was worse for wear when you put it out this morning. Well, maybe you were misremembering. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Love that for the store. Love that for the pink milk jug.
The sun was beginning to crest over the horizon when the rain ceased and the sun peeked out from behind the clouds, painting the streets and buildings in a wash of color outside of the store. After a busy day around the closed store with Winnie, you were unsurprised to not find any way to contact Florian. With a sigh, you began to think. Quinn might know, or maybe Emmett. Who can I ask? At that moment, the chimes by the door sounded, and the door opened timidly. Sorry, the store's closed too. Standing in the doorway was a familiar short man with dark hair, wearing a slightly oversized jacket and headphones around his neck. He looked towards you, almost sheepishly.
It's Florian!
Can we talk?
I'd say we already are.
He rubbed at the back of his neck, not meeting your eyes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm,
sorry for running away. Florian! You came back! I'm just happy he's back. My gosh, I thought he ran away for good.
He glanced towards you, but quickly looked away again.
And sorry for what I tried to hurt you, so... God, this fucking sucks.
Apology accepted, but on one condition. Can you tell me what's going on with you?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Where does, Winnie?
She's upstairs still. I'm guessing she doesn't know.
No one knows except Sylvie. And that's why she had the emergency blood tube thing, what do you call that? The little flask. Flask? Little tube of blood for emergencies for Florian. I had to tell someone. Look, this is new to me. I'm a vampire, I guess. Ugh, I don't fucking know. It's not like I chose this, and I hate blood. The smell, the taste is disgusting. I try to avoid it, but sometimes I'm not in control. I get so hungry, but all my old favorite foods just don't work anymore. So I try to keep to myself and keep people away from me.
All this tiredness has been hunger then.
Yeah.
But you've eaten now, right? You don't look as bad.
I guess so.
Well, there we go. No harm done.
You say that, but...
You're not a danger to me. I believe that. You're just going through some stuff. Florian was silent for a moment before a weak laugh escaped him.
God, you're a fucking moron. Why aren't you scared?
Because I like you, Florian. I don't think you'd really hurt me.
You're an idiot.
Oh, I'm well aware.
It won't happen again. I won't let myself get into a situation where it could, so just try to keep your distance, please.
I'm not gonna abandon you because you're scared. We can work through it, Florian.
I'm not going to abandon you just because you're scared of yourself. You can ask me to be careful, but don't ask me to pretend I don't care about you. I don't deserve that.
Too bad. You got it anyway.
Why? Why the fuck are you so nice to me?
Why not? You're a good person, Florian.
Florian stared at you blankly, a confused, almost pained expression on his face, as if the very concept was foreign to him. With a deep breath, he looked away from you, then back. Just don't expect anything from me, alright? I don't want to drag you into my bullshit.
Then don't, but I'm going to stick around either way. Now, I've got a question for you. How does one go about inviting a vampire to a birthday party?
A what?
I meant to ask you yesterday, but things got a little hectic. Eden invited us all out for... I'm just now realizing we're going out for dinner with two people who can't eat. God, am I that insensitive or what?
You're inviting me out.
Yeah, of course. I'd love for you to be there, but if you don't want to...
Blushing. Thanks, Florian. I'll go. If it's fine.
It's more than fine. It wouldn't have been the same without you.
Where does the birthday thing come into it?
Oh, we decided it's Winnie's birthday today.
Is it her birthday today?
Likely not, but today is a good day as ever for someone who doesn't remember their birthday. There was another knock at the door, and it slowly opened once again as Lucille walked in, though you almost didn't recognize her. For the first time since meeting her, she lacked her characteristic armor and instead wore a much simpler blouse and trousers.
Because is it your day off, Lucille? I love that for you. Oh my god, it's so cute. I want an outfit like this. Hello.
Good afternoon, Sir Florian and Blue. How do you fare on this fine day?
I like the little, satchel bag we got going on here. And this color it looks so good on her. Ugh. I love it. How is it fine? It's been pissing it down with rain all day.
And now the sun has risen and the rain has departed. It is a blessing indeed.
True that, Lucille.
Nice to see you, Lucille.
You look beautiful today.
Well, you look beautiful every day, but it's nice to see you looking a bit more casual. Lucille blinked, her expression caught somewhere between surprised and flustered, though she quickly straightened, recovering her poise.
You honor me with your words, Blue.
I merely wish to give my armor a brief rest during our meal, though I did worry would leave me feeling exposed.
It's not like you're naked.
Nay, but I wear my armor like a second skin, so it is akin to being bare. Beautiful is a word I am unused to, I must confess, but I am pleased that you would use it on me. A slight smile curved her lips. Next to you, I fear I may pale in comparison.
Oh, good for you, Lucille. Throw the flirting back. We love to see it.
Flatterer. The truth has always fallen from my lips with ease.
God, let me leave if you're just going to stand there flirting, please. Well, you won't give me an option to flirt with you, Florian. My strategy for this demo is to flirt with everyone, because honestly, we don't have to commit to picking anyone at this point. But Florian, you and Emmett are literally the hardest people in this damn game to flirt so far. Eden, Winnie, and Lucille, they always come up with options, very early on. So it's fine. If you want to be included. Lucille.
Flirting? I would hardly call this flirting, Sir Florian. Blue's intentions are pure.
You're seriously going to sit there and pretend this isn't flirting? Complimenting one's appearance is simply a gesture of kindness and respect. Right, and I'm the king of Willowmist. I do not believe this town exists under a monarchy, Sir Florian. Florian sighed. It was sarcasm. Ah, my mistake. It is sometimes difficult to discern, though I appreciate your efforts, Sir Florian. Yeah, whatever.
Whoa, everyone's here.
Not quite everyone. Emmett and Eden haven't turned up yet. Winnie hurried down the stairs and her eyes immediately lit up at the sight of Florian.
Florian!
What?
You came back.
Yeah, I kind of work here.
Boo, you know that's not what I mean. I mean, after you ran off last night.
And let me charge my computer real quick. But yeah, exactly, Florian. Let's see. You fled during your shift, Sir Florian.
It's my fault, actually, but we worked it out.
It wasn't.
Yup, all worked out.
Huh. Pouty face. I am relieved to hear that. It is good for us all. It is good for us all to take an outing like this. Bonding as colleagues is a vital part of the work experience. True that, Lucille. You nodded sagely. Totally.
Do I work here?
If you count getting in the way of work, then sure.
Hey, that's not nice. Don't make me make Blue turn you into a frog.
Into a what? Oh, hold on. I can't. I'm trying to read the lines and put this charger in. Hold on. Okay, we're solid, I think. Yeah, we're charging. I am afraid I must admit ignorance on this topic as well.
I mean, who can't turn someone into a frog?
Lucille raised an eyebrow, and Florian stared flatly at her, then at you. Anyway,
Eden and Emmett still haven't arrived, huh?
I wouldn't be surprised if Emmett just doesn't turn up. He's never wanted to get to know us before. Why would that change now? You shouldn't think such things, Sir Florian. He will surely arrive soon. However, if Sir Eden were to find himself lost in a ditch somewhere, then I would not be surprised, nor would I be upset. I love that Lucille does not like Eden. It's just so funny to me. Okay. These lines are hilarious.
Oh, I forgot you didn't like him.
It is not a simple dislike. There is something uncanny about him. She paused, considering her words carefully. The world has an energy, a presence. Some people are bright and vibrant, like you, Blue, and others have an energy that is quiet, more subtle. But when I look at Sir Eden, it is as if he has no aura at all. Maybe you just don't like him. That's not illegal or anything. I would like to think I'm not so petty, but... Sorry, Lucille. Well, do I think he's fun? Yeah, I think he's fun. Fun in a way, fun in a wouldn't trust you as far as I could throw you kind of way, but fun nonetheless. I will endeavor to take your opinion into account and not simply assume the worst. I apologize. You don't need to say sorry for not liking someone. There's a hell of a lot of people I don't like too. I can't say that smoothly. That's fine. And that is fair, but it is a shame to let distaste rule one's emotions. But sometimes your intuition is correct. Let's be honest. But it is true. It can go really in one extreme where you kind of just dislike someone and you don't really get to know them for who they are. So, I don't know. Finding that balance is hard, I think. The chimes at the door rang once again, and when the door opened, you were surprised to see two silhouettes. One taller, standing rigidly, and another that stood with a confident swagger. Guess who's who? Honey, I'm home. I told you not to say that when we got here. And I told you I don't listen. Now, who's ready for a night on the town? Wink. It's dinner, not a pub crawl. Is there even enough pubs in Willowmist to do a pub crawl? I would like to know.
Emmett, Eden, I'm surprised to see you two arrive together.
We happened to bump into each other. Fate can have such a heavy hand. You were loitering outside my house all afternoon. I would hardly call that fate, even if such a thing were to exist. Fate works in mysterious ways, my friend. As I said, it is hardly so mysterious, that fate. God save me. I don't think even God can save you now. Yes, fate and all that, very mysterious. Maybe you two need to get a room. I have to choose sides. I don't know at this point. I don't know. I don't know who is my favorite. Who's my favorite? I don't know. I kind of like all of them. With these options. You know what? I'm going to go with the I'm going to go with the first one only because I feel like again, we don't get to like interact with Emmett that much. And so I want to stay on his good side, even though again I know it's a demo, but like whatever. So we're gonna go with the first option. Eden, I already had lots of time talking with him yesterday, so whatever. Sorry, Emmett. I don't even think God could save you now. That didn't sound right. Sorry, Emmett. I don't think even God can save you now. You don't need to remind me. Good evening, Sir Emmett, Sir Eden. It was a good evening, yes. I'm sure it will still be. I don't think I've ever seen the store so full of life. Too much life, if you ask me.
Ignore Florian. He's being a sourpuss.
A what?
A sourpuss. Come on, it's my birthday. Cheer up.
Your birthday? Well, no one told me that.
Actually, we just decided this morning.
How very curious of you. This makes me think you don't know when your birthday really is, perhaps.
Well, it might be today.
It's a 1 in 365 chance. Whatever. It's a 1 in 365 chance. I don't know about you, but I like those odds.
Honestly, I think it's a great idea. We should all get birthday cake whenever we want.
That sounds fiscally irresponsible.
Cake is never fiscally responsible, Emmett. I bet you have a secret sweet tooth hiding under that suit somewhere.
Sweet tooth or not, sugar should only be consumed in moderation.
So you do like cake?
Of course he does. This big guy is a huge softie deep down. I've seen the key ring in your pocket. It holds keys, Eden. And it's also an orange cat wearing a bow tie. Blush, blush. It was a gift.
I want to see it.
That is hardly necessary.
Come on, Emmett. It's her birthday.
It is quite literally not her birthday.
You don't want to disappoint the birthday girl, would you?
Fine. Do we all get to see it? He reached into his pocket and pulled out his keys. Attached to them was a tiny crocheted kitten, indeed wearing a bow tie. Oh.
Oh my god, that's so cute! It looks like blue.
What? No, it doesn't.
It definitely does. Look at that fluffy orange hair.
A coincidence, then. That's all. Whatever helps you sleep at night, big guy. I've owned this for months. It is hardly related to a person I have met in the last week.
But it does look like her.
Truthfully, it is a remarkable resemblance. A fascinating observation. Now, Are we going out for this not birthday, or did I come out all this way for nothing? We're going, we're going. Come on. I got us a reservation at the best place in town. Would that happen to be this Silver Oak? I'm unsurprised to see someone with such good taste already knows about Willowmist's best kept secret. What part of it is a secret? It's like the only restaurant in town open past 6 p.m. Good to know. Eden here is prone to hyperbole. You should not put stock into anything he says. Then shall we make our way there, if we are not to be late?
Yeah, let's go.
The group began to file towards the door, and you held it open for everyone to leave ahead of you until only one other person remained.
How are you feeling? Would you believe me if I said good?
Is that the truth, though?
Winnie looked up at you and then smiled. The same bright smile as always. I guess I'm a little scared, but I'm excited too. It feels like I've never stood under that big open sky before, and even if I'm sure I have. Thanks, Blue.
For what?
For coming to this town. Well, I should be the one thanking you for giving me such a warm welcome. No way! I should be thanking you! If I remember correctly, I think I gave you the opposite of a warm welcome. Let's agree to thank each other then. Deal?
Deal. Now, come on, everyone's waiting. You held open the door and stepped outside first. Yeah, go Winnie. Outside the shop, the street was quiet. There was no traffic, and the storefronts across the street were dark and lifeless. Winnie stepped out after you, slowly at first, her movements guided by hesitation and fear, but that quickly gave way to something brighter and bolder. As she left the doorway, she let out a gasp, her eyes fixed upon the stars above.
They're beautiful.
There was something in her gaze, awe, longing, or something else, but her expression was so filled with light that you couldn't help but smile. The others watched on, a mix of curiosity and knowing across their faces. Florian looked up himself, but the look in his eyes was much more subdued. You are a brave soul, Lady Winona. It takes true courage to face one's fears. This is your first time leaving the store, is it not?
Yeah, I guess it is.
I can't think of a worse hell than being trapped in a musty old store. It's a wonder you didn't die of boredom.
Nothing could be boring with Winnie around.
Yeah, well, you got me there. You walked over to Winnie, then offered her your arm. Ready for an adventure?
I guess I am.
Winnie took a breath and looped her arm through yours, or at least tried to. Though neither of you could touch the other, it was strangely comforting. Gesture, all the same. It was a strangely comforting gesture all the same. Slowly the group set off, heading up the sidewalk. As you went, Winnie kept glancing around, taking everything in with wide eyes. You couldn't blame her. There were a lot of new experiences waiting, after all.
It's so strange. I've been looking out the window every day, but nothing has ever felt as big as the world looks right now.
A gentle wind blew through the street, ruffling clothes and sending leaves skittering across the pavement. You couldn't help but notice the way Winnie's hair and clothes stayed totally still. There was no movement to her, except her steps, and she made no noise either. Okay. Yay, Quinn! Okay, we're making it. Good job, Winnie. I love to see it. She faced her feels. Like, that's a really big deal, to be honest. Like, damn. You can see more of the town and everything, too. My dearest friends. Blue, it is truly good to see you.
Hi, Quinn. How are you?
1,000 times better now that I see you here, and you've brought quite the crew with you. We're having something of a birthday cross-welcoming party tonight. How very wonderful. My friends, I will give you the finest service this humble restaurant has to offer. Wink. Thank you, Sir Quinn. We appreciate the hospitality. Lucille, you're looking absolutely, positively radiant tonight, my dear. Did you do something with your hair? Lucille cracked a smile at that, a little sheepish, but her eyes seemed to sparkle in the low light. Perhaps. Perhaps it is the lack of armor that makes me look different. I find it is more comfortable than expected. Well, either way, it is a pleasure to have you once again. Please, allow me to see you to a table. Thanks, Quinn. The girl followed Quinn further into the open-air dining area, which was beginning to fill up with customers this time of night. It was fortunate that Eden had thought ahead and reserved a table. Your group of 6 sat down, and Quinn left you menus and took drink orders. This is so cute. Did we get a CG? Oh my gosh, look at everyone. So cute. There we are. I didn't know you were so familiar with the owner, Blue. What can I say? I have a way with people. That much is obvious. You have all of us wrapped around your pretty little fingers. Speak for yourself. Some of us are just trying to do our jobs. Perhaps that is something you should consider, Eden. Are you trying to tell me that your relationship is entirely business? Entirely. That's how an employment contract works. Yes. Eden let out a laugh at that, shaking his head. You play so hard to get. Emmett pushed up his glasses, crossed his arms, and looked away from the table. I'm not playing anything. I am simply doing my job. If you're only doing your job, you wouldn't be sitting there right now. I am simply... Look, do you two need a moment, or should I start handing out earplugs? Jesus. Not the Florian looking a little nervous. Emmett looks so serious.
Shut up, Florian. This is like seeing a TV drama in real life.
No, he's right. We shouldn't try to have all the spotlight. Not when we have the birthday girl and Blue right here. You know, it dawns on me that some of us know each other better than others. Perhaps we should get a bit of icebreaking done. Eden would be the one to suggest an icebreaker. Like what exactly?
Oh, I know. I saw this game in a magazine. 2 truths, 1 lie.
Eden's eyes light up. Or they lit up. Now you're speaking my language. That sounds stupid. I am in agreement. This is a game for children. On the contrary, perhaps such a game would allow us... On the contrary, perhaps such a game would allow us to get better acquainted, though I am unfamiliar on how it is played. It's simple. You just have to state 3 things, 2 of which are the truth and 1 that is a lie. Usually everyone else has to guess which is which, but I think it would be more fun to leave people wondering. What do you say? Lucille made eye contact with Eden across the table, and a silent, unspoken challenge seemed to pass between them. I agree. This sounds quite interesting indeed. I am looking forward to getting to know you further, Sir Eden. Careful. Beautiful people who know how to swing a sword are my weakness. Don't leave. He's leaving you speechless, girl.
I'll go first.
Do I really have to play? As it is Lady Winona's birthday and she wishes it, you must. Fine, whatever.
Winnie beamed. Yay! Okay. Alright, 1. I'm a really good singer. 2. Sometimes I randomly smell disinfectant when there isn't any. And 3. I love the ocean.
What a spread of options. Now all of us will be guessing all night. This is just stupid, says Florian. It's kind of fun. I haven't played 2 Truths and a Lie in a while. You should not judge while you have not spoken your truths and lies, Sir Florian. Fine, but this is so dumb. Florian crossed his arms and leaned back, looking away. 1. I used to be a vegetarian. 2. I'm an only child. 3. Someone tried to kill me once. The hell? Florian. Okay, anyways. There. Are you happy?
I know I am. Well, kinda, as long as someone didn't really try to kill you.
Who knows? We know! Okay. Anyways, he just shrugged at that. It seems we are all learning more about you by the moment, Sir Florian. Great, that's just what I want. Allow me to go next. I have prepared 2 truths and a lie, and I trust you will not easily be able to decipher the falsehood amongst them. First, I was knighted before my 18th birthday. Secondly, the last time I saw my homeland, it was burning. Lastly, I held the crown of a fallen king for 3 days until his people could bury him. You deliver all 3 with such confidence that I suspect they're all technically true, and the lie is in the semantics. You do not seem like the kind of person to lie otherwise. Now you're getting into it. Emmett pushed his glasses up again, then tapped his fingers against the table thoughtfully. I suspect you were knighted on your 18th birthday.
I think you probably did hold someone's crown, but it was for more than 3 days. Oh, or Lucy was still there after her homeland stopped burning?
Look at what you've done. We're not even supposed to be guessing. You're quite good at this game, Lucille. Thank you, Sir Eden. I wonder which one's true. Or false, rather. Just Eden is fine, you know. Aren't we friends? Sir Eden. I suppose I'll go next, if only to get it over and done with. The pink in my hair is natural. I grew up a town over from Willowmist. I've never had a cavity. Does that suffice? This is more than I've got out of you all week. I told you I have no interest in personal relationships. That one's definitely the lie. It wasn't a part of the game. But it is a lie. I have a sneaking suspicion you might actually like us. Some of us, at least. Not you, at the very least. What about Blue? I find Blue tolerable in a business sense. Easier to deal with than Miss Marigold, that's for certain. Tolerable? There, Blue. That's pretty much a marriage proposal coming from him. I'm already regretting coming. There is no need to have regret, Sir Emmett. It is in the company of comrades that even the most hardened hearts soften. You're not helping, Lucille. On the contrary, I believe I'm offering him a valuable opportunity for introspection.
Translation, you're stuck with us, Emmett.
I think I need a... They're cute! Nice. Drink? Then rejoice, my friends, for your wish is my command. Quinn set down drinks all around the table, a wide smile on his face, before pulling out a small notepad and taking your orders. You watched as everyone ordered, minus Florian, before it stopped at Florian. I'm not really... Go on, Florian. It's my treat. Actually, we were planning to share something, weren't we? Were we? Yeah, remember? Gwyn, could we get the pasta for 2? Fantastic taste. I would expect nothing less from my wondrous Sylvie's relative. Ah, she adored my pasta. Oh, I miss her. She'll be back soon enough. I'm sure she misses you too. Quinn smiled a little wistfully. Your words warm my heart. But come, we should not waste a moment. To the kitchen. Thanks, Quinn. That was very nice of us to step in for Florian. We can have leftovers, that's great. Quinn left once more and the chatter slowly resumed. Eden and Emmett started bickering about something or another, while Lucille stood and began showing off some stances and sword swings to Winnie. Florian, however, lightly pulled on your sleeve. Hey, thanks. For that, I mean. I appreciate it, I guess. You'll just have to pass me pasta under the table now. I probably should have picked something you eat with your hands. I could just start filling her pockets with it.
Pocket pasta is the best kind.
I wonder how Florian would laugh, to be honest. I don't know how he laughed, but I love that he's laughing. Gosh, you're stupid. But thanks.
Boo! Yes, Winnie? You haven't had your turn yet. Well, if I remember correctly, neither has Eden.
Then I suppose I should have a turn. We'll have to save the best for last, Let's see. I had a lovely childhood. I was born in the most beautiful garden in the world that you'd never find on any map. And I've read over 10,000 books, though I couldn't tell you what any of them were called. 10,000 books and no titles to note. That is most peculiar. Doesn't an average person read like 700 books in a lifetime? Not if you're a reader. You can read a lot more than that. But I guess that is the average person.
I haven't read any.
You don't count.
Maybe they were boring books.
Even boring books have titles. Forgetting every single one is statistically impressive, I suppose. I've always loved being statistically impressive.
And what kind of garden are we talking about? Tulips? Ooh, are you a man-eating tulip person?
That's so random, Winnie. I could be. What do you think?
I don't know. You're so mysterious.
I guess I'll have to leave you all wondering then. I'm far more interested in what our new friend here has to share.
Who, little old me?
Don't play coy. You've been dodging the spotlight all evening. Maybe I just enjoy listening to all of you. If I had to play the stupid game, so do you. Of us all, you are the one shrouded in the deepest mystery.
Am I? I think I've been pretty open with you all.
Perhaps too open. Thanks, Emmett.
All right, let's see.
Pick a truth. I've never learned to ride a bike. I've been struck by lightning just once. I used to write letters to the moon as a kid. I like that one.
I used to write letters to the moon as a kid. I never did get a response.
That would explain a lot about you, actually.
Well, I think that's adorable. I bet the moon read every single one and just didn't know how to write back.
That's what my mom used to say, too. Pick another truth. I saw someone talking to a bird outside their window once. I name every mug I own. I got fired from a job for being too good at it. I name every mug I own.
In fact, I've started naming my aunt's mugs, too.
What's the point in naming inanimate objects? I'm pretty sure you named your cat keychain. That's different. Hardly. Pick a lie. I graduated top of my class. I once got engaged by accident. I failed my driving test 3 times before passing. Let's go with that one. Apparently, you're not supposed to hit the cones. I thought it was like bowling. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Wow, thank you for your faith, Florian. Bon appetit. I hope you're all hungry. Thank you, Quinn. Quinn placed a large bowl of pasta between you and Florian and everyone else's dishes in front of them. The smell made your stomach growl. You were really starting to miss proper food with all the snacks and sandwiches you were living off of. Thanks, Quinn. It smells amazing. It is my pleasure, Blue. Please, eat to your heart's content. Oh, I wanted to tell you. My aunt sent me a letter. Ah, the apple of my eye, muse to my culinary creativity, light of my life. How is she?
She's doing good, I think. She said to say she thinks of you often.
She did. Quinn paused just for a second, long enough for you to catch the flicker of something soft in his expression, like the sun breaking through a cloud. Well, goodness, blushing. Oh. He cleared his throat and quickly turned back to the table, fussing with a napkin that didn't need adjusting. Be still, my beating heart, to be thought of by a luminous soul. What a treasure. You must tell her the feeling is mutual. No, stronger than mutual. Mutual squared. I love that, Quinn.
I'd love to, but she still hasn't given me any way to contact her. But I'm sure she knows that.
She remains as mysterious as ever. That is my Sylvie. I hadn't realized you two had a relationship like that. How long have you been together? Together? No, no, no. You misunderstand. Gwyn chuckled a little wistfully, folding his hands over his heart. We are not lovers, my friend. We are not anything so easily named. Sylvie is the kind of woman whose presence alone is enough to change a man. I have loved her in my own way for years, and if all I am permitted is a place in her story, no matter how small, then I consider myself blessed. So you wouldn't want anything more? What if she wanted more?
Gwyn's smile faltered just slightly, his gaze turning distant for a moment before he answered.
Then it would be the greatest honor of my life.
His words were quieter than usual. Then with a small laugh he shook himself free of the mood, his usual flamboyance returning like a well-worn coat.
But whether such a day comes to pass or not, I am content to cheer from the sidelines, to cook, to fuss, to write odes to her magnificence when the mood strikes me, which is often.
You're kind of a hopeless romantic, huh?
Hopeless? Never. I remain full of hope, overflowing with it, in fact, and now I am passing that hope on to you. Eat, drink, and enjoy your evening amongst friends. Those evenings are the finest ones. Wink, wink. I love Quinn.
Bye, Gwyn. Gwyn bowed and left, and the conversation quickly returned.
Well, that's good for us. Look at us, we're cute still.
Wow, I can't believe you actually just came out and asked him that.
Why not? Love is a subject I'm fascinated by. I mean, I thought it was pretty well known that he's head over heels for her. It's news to me. Florian picked a fork of pasta and blew on it, though he didn't move it to his mouth. I mean, I think he asked her to marry him like 20 years ago.
Wait, what? Seriously?
This gets more juicier by the second. Sir Quinn's devotion is most admirable. To love so fiercely, yet ask for nothing in return, is the kind of loyalty spoken of in old songs and battle oaths.
Lucille sat straighter, hands resting in her lap as she gazed towards Quinn, who was already laughing at another table and setting down drinks.
In my homeland, we are taught that devotion is not measured by its reward, but by its endurance. To love without expectation is the purest form of loyalty. We speak vows not to be returned, but to be upheld. If one's heart is true, it does not waver, even in silence.
You're gonna make me cry. Lucy, the way you talk is so beautiful.
You really do have a way with words. You'd make a good poet, Lucille. It's beautiful, sure, but isn't that a little tragic too? The group looked toward Eden, who leaned back slightly, fingers loosely resting around the stem of his glass. All that loyalty, all that devotion, and what if it was never returned? What's left for someone like that? Did you not listen to a word he said? Not everything is about what you get back. Some people love in quiet ways, through actions, stability, showing up. There's value in loving someone without expecting something in return. You just don't understand it. What makes you so sure I don't? Because everything you say about love sounds like a transaction. You offer your heart and expect someone to take it. That's not connection. That's a contract. And what would you know about it, Mr. I don't need anyone? More than you, at the very least. Wow, okay. I thought we were playing party games, not starring in a courtroom drama about the ethics of love. Blue is correct. We would do well not to pry into Sir Quinn and Lady Sylvie's private matters. Even the purest intentions may bruise when they mean to heal. I would not like to see Sir Quinn hurt by our words. You're right, of course. My apologies. Still, I enjoyed the conversation. Hearing everyone's views is enlightening. I didn't grow up around people with opinions that weren't handed to them, so hearing all of you speak so freely, even when we disagree, it's kind of refreshing. Though if you ever want to have a less existential discussion about love, Blue, still flirting, I'm always happy to offer my services as a test subject. Oh, in the name of science? Naturally. Controlled environment, one-on-one observations, lots of long walks and meaningful glances. All the good stuff. All very official, wouldn't you say? You're incorrigible. Ugh, just shut up and eat already. You're all just jealous of our blossoming relationship.
What? I'm not gonna let you steal my favorite manager away from me.
Yes, take care with your words, Sir Eden, for I am sworn to protect Blue from anything that means her harm. This is somehow the best and worst dinner I've ever been to. I can't help but agree. We're cute, okay. Emmett reached out to the glass to the left of his plate, lifting it for a quick sip. Emmett, that's not... Too late. Emmett had already taken a mouthful, pausing as the taste hit him. He's a lightweight. He slowly set the glass down, blinking once. Your drink. I didn't realize we were close enough to share. I'm honored, Emmett. You switched the drinks. No one switched anything. You grabbed it yourself. Is Sir Emmett quite all right? He stared down at the glass in betrayal, then turned to you, squinting slightly. You're blurry. Maybe you should just... Oh, wait. Emmett, are you drunk? After just one sip? I didn't realize you had such a cute side. Eden is so happy about this. Look at him. Shut up, Eden. You talk too much and no one likes you. So, you're an honest drunk. You've gained a new charm point in my eyes, wink. Please stop speaking to me. And you, why are you sitting there? He looked towards you now, elbow on the table, face resting in his hand. Why am I sitting here? To eat dinner. That's what you usually do at a restaurant, I think. Why aren't you sitting here? Emmett nodded his head towards Eden's seat. Do you want to sit next to me or something?
Oh man, if I could eat popcorn, I would so be eating popcorn right now.
I had not known Sir Emmett held such strong opinions about seating arrangements. So what if I do? Is that a crime? Not the last time I checked. What? You don't want to sit next to me? Wink. No. Your personality is exhausting and you flirt with everyone. I don't flirt with everyone. In fact, I think I've been decidedly unflirty tonight. You flirt with Blue. Emmett, maybe it's time to... Do I? Constantly. And poorly, might I add. What drama is happening at the dinner table? You seem oddly concerned about where Blue's attention goes for someone who doesn't care about anyone. I never said I didn't care about anyone. I'm just selective. Selective, huh? Yes, very. I only showed up tonight because someone keeps getting dragged into nonsense, and I have to keep an eye on them. Who, me? No, the other new antique store manager in town. Of course I mean you.
Oh, he's like a clingy cat that pretends to hate you, but actually loves you and wants to sit on your keyboard while you work.
That is so specific. I never pegged you for the possessive type. What do you think I'm going to do? Bite her? Knowing you, probably. You need not worry. No one is getting bitten on my watch, Sir Emmett. No one's going to bite me. Not unless you say please, at least. Wink. Okay, stop, Eden. Please keep your mouth to yourself, Sir Eden, lest you lose it. Lucia looks so mad. Lose my mouth? All right, I'll be good. I doubt it. Blue should come sit next to me for your safety. That's a little hard when I'm sharing dinner with Florian, don't you think? You can share mine. That depends. Will you feed me? If I say, ah. There was a pause, half the table watching, half of it holding in laughter. I'm laughing, before Emmett, entirely without hesitation, lifted his fork with the most absurd seriousness imaginable. Say it then. Uh. The fork slipped past your lips. It was a simple gesture, but something about the way his eyes were on you, and the look of them, was strangely intimate.
Oh my gosh, he actually did it.
Wow, that's pretty good. I'll have to try it next time. But I think I'll stay here and finish my meal. Hey, think about it like this. You can keep a better eye on Eden if you're sitting together. Reduced to a third wheel. It seems I'll have to step up my game.
Hey, Emmett, I had a question. Why do you stop by the store so much these days?
He's helping me with...
I know, all the boring numbers and stuff, but it's not just that, is it?
It's part of my job. I'm ensuring the transition is smooth and that Blue isn't unintentionally ruining the store's finances. Yes, I can read. Come on, Emmett, just admit it. You're hovering. It is not dishonorable to show concern for one's companions. Are you checking in on me? Of course I am. He cleared his throat, adjusting his glasses. You were suddenly dropped into your role with little warning, in this town of all places. Monitoring your adjustment is prudent.
Aw, he's worried about you.
That's very sweet, Emmett. Thank you. I have to remind you of this entire conversation tomorrow.
Psst, you owe me $5, Florian.
Once again, what does a ghost even need $5 for? Why'd you make a bet with her, then? Well, go on. What bet at my expense did you make this time?
I bet that Emmett had a soft spot for you. I mean, he'd never stop by so much when Sylvie was around.
Oh, damn. Good to know. That's so funny. You picked up the last of the pasta on your fork, already full to bursting. Apparently eating a pasta for two all by yourself was difficult work, though fortunately no one else had seemed to notice Florian's lack of eating. Winnie hovered over towards Emmett, poking fun while he attempted to swat her way unsuccessfully. Eden and Lucille were engaged in a lively conversation about something or another, and for a moment you felt at peace. It was strange. You hadn't known anyone here for longer than a week, and yet here you all were, talking, laughing, having dinner together, like you'd known each other all your lives. It was a feeling you'd never felt before, not even back home. The closest you'd ever come was the nights you stayed up playing video games with friends over voice chat, and even then there was a distance between you, a separation in place. Here, though, it was different. Even when Emmett and Eden were arguing, there was something comforting about the knowledge that they were right beside you, a mere arm's length away. You leaned back, fork resting against your plate. Your stomach was full, your heart a little more so.
Okay. New bet.
No, I keep losing bets with you. I don't want to do them anymore.
Wrong answer. Okay, here it is. I bet Lucille could out-eat Florian and Emmett and Eden in a pie-eating contest if she wanted to.
Is there a pie-eating contest coming up I haven't heard about?
Well, no, but we could always organize one.
I'll pass. That is not a wager I would wish to entertain, Lady Winona, but I am flattered by your confidence in my constitution. Lucille gave a quiet laugh and dabbed at the corner of her mouth with a napkin. This evening has been most enjoyable. In my kingdom, feasts are often accompanied by political tension and hidden motives. Here there is laughter, companionship, and light-hearted debate. I must confess, it is refreshing. I'm glad you think so.
Same. I haven't had this much fun in forever. I wish every day was like this.
You'd get bored of me eventually.
Impossible. I could never get bored of you.
It's true. You have a natural draw to you that's hard to resist. You think everyone's hard to resist. What can I say? I'm a lover, not a fighter. Wink. Oh. Anyway, are we done here? It's probably about time I dragged our favorite accountant home before he regrets tonight any more than he already will. Don't worry, tonight's on me. Well, thanks. Eden stood and tracked down Quinn, leaving the rest of the table to gather themselves and stand up as well. As you all did, Eden returned, followed by a beaming Quinn who seemed positively ecstatic at the sight of the empty plates left behind. Did you enjoy your meal, my friends? It was wonderful once again. You'll have to give me pointers one day. I've never had cooking like yours. For you? Absolutely. You know much of the flavor comes from growing our own produce. Why, we had a beautiful harvest of carrots just the other day. I shall drop some by for you to have some time, yes? Oh, Quinn, you don't have to do that. It would be my pleasure. Plus, to be perfectly honest, I have far more than I need. You, my dear, would be doing me a great favor. Well, in that case, I'd love some. Thank you again. Wonderful, wonderful. I'll drop by sometime next week if I can. Yay, we're gonna get carrots. Woohoo! I love fresh produce. Gwyn smiled, eyes crinkling. Then after bidding everyone a good night, he disappeared back inside the restaurant. Successful dinner. With that, it was time to head home. Your group found your way back to the road, said your goodbyes and happy birthdays, and you turned back towards the direction of the antique store before stopping in your tracks. Someone else came up beside you. Hey. Hey, did you miss me already? Hardly. Look, fuck me. How many times do I have to say thank you today? I wouldn't complain about it one more time, you know. Are you that desperate for validation? It helps boost my ego. Thanks for earlier, for not just kicking me out, for the pasta. The pasta was entirely selfish of me. I was just really hungry. His face is cute like that. Can you just accept my gratitude? I'm not good at this kind of stuff. Talking, feelings, whatever. Well, for someone not good at this kind of stuff, you're doing a pretty fine job. This was, pretty terrible overall, but not as terrible as it could have been. That sounds like high praise coming from you. Is my company so bad? No. It's whatever. Uh-huh. God, what am I trying to say? Look, I don't really do this whole people thing. Even before. But I didn't hate this. Hate being with you or, with everyone else. Oh, Florian, cute! For the first time in a long time, I felt like a normal person. Normal is nice, but I'm here for you. Whether you're feeling normal or strange or like you want to bite me. You shouldn't say that so casually. I'll get the wrong idea. What? That I wouldn't mind? You're insane. Maybe, but you're still talking to me, so what does that make you? Even worse, probably. Just what I need. Another problem. I'd say we make a pretty good match, really. Don't say things like that. Why not? Because I'll start to believe you. He didn't look at you as he said it, but his voice was quiet, genuine, like the words that slipped out before he could stop them. And I don't know what I'd do with that. I'm gonna go. See you tomorrow. Oh, bye, Florian. You better. Bye. He hesitated just for a moment before he turned and slipped away into the night. Cute. You were searching around your pocket for your keys when you heard the sound of footsteps against gravel. Who are you? Okay. I can't do any more differentiating my masculine voices. Okay. Okay, man in red with neck tattoo and piercings. Who are you? I was not expecting this. Working late? The keys dropped out of your hand and fell to the ground as your eyes peered through the darkness to notice someone leaning against the wall a few feet away from you. His red hair was framed with black tips around his eye, and his eyes were dark, his expression unreadable under the night sky. Hidden behind his hair was a black tattoo wrapping itself around his throat. My bad. Didn't mean to startle you. Place like this, thought it'd be closed by now. I can't say I know many stores open this time of night around here. Is there something I can help you with? Maybe. Maybe not. I suppose we'll work it out together, eh? This your place? Kind of. I'm just looking after it. It belongs to my aunt, actually. Sylvie Marigold, right? She's pretty famous around here. That's an impressive family tree if I've ever seen one, and you're winking, okay. You know her, then. He tilted his head, eyes narrowing slightly. In passing. It's hard not to, really. She collects attention in a town like this. I hadn't heard she was leaving town. Well, I guess she doesn't owe anyone an explanation. She'll be back soon enough anyway. No, I suppose she doesn't. It does make me curious, though. Leaving so suddenly does feel a lot like running, don't you think? Maybe she just needed a holiday. Maybe. Either way, you're not what I expected to find. What were you expecting? Hard to say. But I imagine we'll both find out soon enough. Then he smiled, and you couldn't tell if it was cold or warm. Well, don't let me keep you. He stepped aside, gesturing toward the door. Wouldn't want to be the reason you miss curfew. As you bent down to pick up your keys, you felt his eyes on you. Not necessarily threatening, but there nonetheless. Just so you know, I happen to know someone who's very curious about you. Yeah? Should I be flattered or concerned? Maybe both. Who? I guess we'll find out sometime. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around Blue Marigold. He turns, hands in his pockets, already walking away. Hey, what's your name? Kale. Like the vegetable. Kale. Don't forget it, alright? You hurried inside and locked the door behind you. Okay, bye, Kale. Ominous.
Well, I say, here I am, a humble spellbook, patiently awaiting their master for a promised training session, only to be abandoned, left to wither all day in this dusty room. I am not surprised, master, just disappointed. Marnie! Listen, our session might need to be put on hold just a bit longer. I bumped into someone outside. I suggest watching where you're going then, master. It takes no magical prowess, so you should be able to manage that much, I assure you. He knew my name. My aunt's, too. Said he was just curious, but something fell off. Did he reek of sulfur? Speak in cryptic riddles? Glow ominously? I do hope he wasn't glowing, master. Strangers who glow are never up to any good. What? No, nothing like that. She just had red and black hair, dressed kind of cool, I suppose. Black tattoo on his neck. He said his name was Kale. Kale, you say? Yeah, does that mean something to you? Kale. Tattoo on his neck. Stars above. Where have I heard that name before? He cleared his throat very deliberately. Well, I would never jump to conclusions without proper research. That would be terribly unprofessional of me. However, I may need to consult my appendix of suspicious persons, errant entities, and known troublemakers. It's a rather long list, you understand. Well, thank you for that, I think. Of course, it is my pleasure, master. It seems our lesson will once again be put on hold. Please do not try to suddenly combust or otherwise harm yourself in the meantime. I would hate to be placed back on a shelf waiting for the next terrible spellcaster to come my way. I'll do my best not to combust. That is bare minimum effort, master, but I suppose I'll take it. You smiled faintly and moved to replace your day clothes with your pajamas, the quiet of the apartment settling around you like a familiar quilt. Barnabas drifted lazily to your desk, muttering something about cross-referencing character flaws. You decided it was best to leave him be. Of what you knew of him, he sometimes needed time to mutter strangely to himself.
That is weird, though. I wonder who Kale is, and has that to do with the letter that we saw? That wasn't from Winnie, and it's not Barnabas's, so...
You turned toward the window, your reflection soft against the darkened glass. Outside, the town of Willowmist slept, quiet, calm, and just a little strange. And tomorrow you'd open the shop again, maybe learn a spell, maybe meet someone new. But tonight, for now, you were home.
And I think that's it. Sounds like it is. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay. I did figure it was 1 week. Alrighty. Well, that was fun. Kind of left off on a little cliffhanger. Don't really know who Kale is. Oh, look at, there's Florian. Needing some blood. I'm really curious about everyone's backstory. So it'd be great in the full game to check it out and see how their stories are all fleshed out. I'm not really sure when the full game will be released, but I will be waiting patiently, and I'm looking forward to it all. I am most curious about Florian, but I do apparently like vampire-related stories, so that's not a big stretch. I guess besides that, I'm curious about Lucille also, in terms of like when exactly did she come from, and where, and how did that happen? But I mean, like, I also think about, like, wow, like, what happened with Winnie? Oh, thank you for playing. Well, thank you for the demo and the game. I'm excited about the Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities. First week of the game. And we'll wishlist on Steam. You should too, if you haven't already. But as I was saying, I'm kind of interested in everyone. Eden is also someone interesting. I wonder where Emmett worked at before is the other thing. These are all the backgrounds. This is everyone. So we have everything, which is great. Anyways, that's all to say. If I really had to choose one person, it'd be Florian. Like, if I only had to play one route. Maybe that's super cliche of me, but, like, you know, stick to what you like sometimes. But I am intrigued by everyone, and I wonder if Kale is a secret character route. Who knows? I mean, it kind of depends on how dangerous this person might be, you know? But anyways, let me know who you would pick first in the game. I know we might like everyone, but, you know, if you could only play one route, whose route would you play? What else are you looking forward to about the game? What caught your eye in this demo so far? What do you want to see more of? I'm also curious about, like, our aunt Sylvie and Quinn. I want to know more about that. I also do want to know why our aunt is not here. But, you know, alas, we will have to save that for the full game. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please don't forget to press the like button. And if you'd like to see me play more of other indie visual novels on my channel, then feel free to subscribe. And hit the bell for notifications of when I post. And as always, feel free to leave recommendations in the comments. I'm always looking for things to play. I'm a bit of a mood player, so kind of just depends, but I am glad I picked this one up. And thank you again for watching me play the demo of the Willowmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities. Bye!